Go. Start. Honorable Chairman, Sir, I thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. The debate on the compulsory voting bill could not be concluded last time, and it was 2 years back. Now I have to continue my remaining speech on this bill. Sir, we know that India is a democratic country and our democracy is mature. That is why, way back in 1950, we included fundamental rights in our constitution. So, if we see the Constitution of India, Article 19 provides for freedom of speech and expression. The word expression means it is a right to express or not to express. So, if we enforce compulsory voting, then it goes against the mandate of Article 19 of the Constitution of India, which specifically provides that it is within the sweet will of the individual and the right to vote or not to vote is a fundamental right of the citizen. At the same time, we see Article 21 of the Constitution of India. It says that no person shall be deprived of his life and liberty except in accordance with the law. When we see the word liberty, it includes the right to vote and not to vote. It includes both. So it cannot be enforced in view of the mandate of fundamental rights which have been provided under Articles 19 and 21 of the Constitution. If such a law is enacted, then it will not withstand the judicial scrutiny before the court of law. Sir, if we see Article 326 of the Constitution of India, it is provided that any citizen can register himself as a voter. He has a right to register himself as a voter, but it is not a duty to register himself as a voter. No duty has been cast under Article 326 of the Constitution. It is an option available to every citizen of India. He can either register himself as a voter or he need not register himself as a voter. Therefore, in my view, this bill cannot withstand the tide of judicial scrutiny, and such a law cannot be enacted by Parliament. If we want to increase the percentage of voting, then certain incentives may be provided by the government by making a provision under various schemes like public distribution system and so on. But if a citizen has not cast his vote, he cannot be denied these facilities on that count. So, such a scheme and such a law cannot be enacted. We can only persuade the voters, and such type of persuasion is possible by providing political education. Apart from this, there is one more thing. In rural and urban areas, we are applying the same yardstick. The Election Commission is required to see to it. In the urban areas where the distance from the polling booth is less, the polling booth should be installed on the basis of the number of voters. Normally, in one polling booth, around 1000 voters are there. The same yardstick cannot be applied with respect to the rural areas where people are living in small settlements and where the distance from polling booth is something less than distance from polling booth and sometimes 10 kilometers. They are poor people. They do not have proper communication. They do not have transport. They do not have system in the rural areas. Therefore, the election commission is required to see to it that at least in the rural areas we must have more polling booths. Here I would like to make a suggestion. If the number of polling booths in a Lok Sabha constituency in 2500, then instead of doing anything else they should increase the number of booths to 4 times. Automatically the percentage of voting would increase. The voting percentage is very poor only because of lack of communication, very poor, and lack of transport facilities. Nowadays, due to political education, the voting percentage has increased to 60% or sometimes even to 70%. So even in the rural areas where there is a particular concentration, then in that particular booth we see a good percentage of voting. But where will people are living in small settlements and the polling booth is not easily accessible, the percentage of voting is very poor. Secondly, if you want to see transparency in the electoral process, then more polling booths will be required. Otherwise, the candidate on the basis of his money power can provide more vehicles and fetch more votes. Therefore, in the rural areas, the number of polling booths should be increased. The distance from the polling booths should not be more than 2 kilometers so that every voter can exercise his right to franchise. So, this modality can be adopted and this reform can be introduced by the Election Commission. Sir, this issue has also arisen a number of times before the Supreme Court. Stop.